donate all that stuff to the college.
Right.
To fund his test.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he can start curating it now,
But he's got to do it. We can't.
Right. He's got to do it.
We're scared to death.
And he's got to keel over.
Yeah. People try to buy the right stuff and for postcards and all.
Yeah.
But the way he's done it, he's got nothing to sell.
Right.
Anyway.
Well, he should at least come into accordance with the college that if he does keel over tomorrow, that they can go and put all his stuff in a proper exhibition.
We're trying our best to do that.
Right.
And
so like I said, I've been a photographer for a long time, so I know a lot of people just like Jack.
He's such a great guy.
Yeah, and they all are, but they also can have a little curmudgeon-y part of them.
Jack's got his own way.
Yep.
He's a dear friend.
Well, you must have a lot of dear friends in that neck of the woods.
Been there a while.
Yeah.
But he's kind of one at the top of the list.
Right. So have you known him your whole life?
Do I?
Have you known him your whole life?
I knew him when he moved to Myrtle Beach, yeah. He was from Greenville, South Carolina.
You know, when I was a newspaper photographer, I was sent to, and this made and ended my career. I was sent to Greenville to photograph a hanging.
Oh, Lord.
Right? And it was this guy who grew up there, and he was black, and he was everyone loved him. Right? Yep. Good looking, smart. He graduated. He was a football star in a black school, and he got a scholarship to go to college. But then the Korean War happened, or no, Vietnam War happened, and I forget which war, but he became a hero. He then went to college, and he came back, and he started a black store, right? General's black store.
Yep.
And he was so good at it, and he was so good at getting stuff that white people started to shop there, right?
Yeah.
And that was a no-no. And then he did so well, he expanded and had 2 or 3 stores, and he was doing better than any white businessman in town. But he did not leave the Jim Crow mode. He did not sway. He was smart enough, but he was so good. So they just said he raped a woman, and they hanged him.
Yeah.
Right? And they beat the crap out of him. And I went down there, and the mayor of High Point, the guy who owned the newspaper, owned one of the furniture factories, and the chief of police, I basically worked for them. High Point didn't have a CSI, right? So, but they had a lot of guys. And I realized.
Can I be Mom?
I grew up in New York City, right? I grew up in Harlem, New York City, right?
I figured you didn't grow up on the mountain.
No, exactly. And but I've been here a long time, so and I get her done. And so I realized because all those furniture factories were unionized, right?
Oh yeah.
So everyone on the floor of the factory got the same pay. So the black guy and the white guy got the same pay, right? Yeah. They went out into the parking lot, got into the same Buick, and at the end of the road, the black guys went to this that way, and the white guys went to that way. And what was interesting in that socioeconomic, the black people actually had a better life because they were more a community.
Oh, they did. They were.
And so, and the black community was all about getting their kids educated and going to college. That was the way out, right? Whereas the white folk who work in a factory, they're making a better living than anybody else. So Dad said, well, Bobby, he's going to work in the factory, right? And was not pushed to go to college. But all those black kids were, right? So anyway, I realized racism is an economic thing. How do you keep people separated? Because here's a town just as much in economics.
Yeah.
Everyone got along.
Yeah.
Everyone close. Mr. Jones, Mr. Smith, there was never everybody was respectful. Because everyone needed each other.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. It was a team.
Right. And so in New York, kind of that way, but everyone's not. New York is nuts, right? You get 8 million people together, it's going to be nuts, right? But it is a team. But anyway, I went to Greenville. Definitely wasn't that because they saw this guy not as a positive thing for their community, but a threat. They wanted to stay the way they
They took him out.
right. So the mayor and the rich guy and the police chief called the mayor, the rich guy, and the police chief of Greenville and said, "Hey, we're sending a guy down. He's really nice. He may talk a little funny, but he's really nice. You'll like him." So I went down there a week ahead of time, right? And the police department, so Greenville, right? They have a city center plaza. I don't know what it is now, but it was a city hall, the police station, and the stores around, and it kind of went out around that center, right? And they had the hanging tree right there in front of the courthouse, right?
Oh yeah.
So I went down, and first person I went to see was the police chief, and my police chief, he called him up. Hey, we sent this boy. So the guy was very friendly, and he goes, you don't have to stay at a hotel. We in the police department have these like rooms for guys who have to do double shifts and they're going to sleep. So they're like a hotel room, so you can stay there. So I said, oh, that's very nice. So I went around and I took the first thing. He goes, you want to come home for dinner? Me? Oh, yeah. So I took his family's pictures, right, of the family and everybody, and then I went to the drugstore. They printed them up for the next day. Gave him the boy. He was like, "Whoa, thank you we have no pictures of us like this, right?" I went around and took pictures of everybody in that town. First couple of days, white folk. Next couple of days, I went into the black neighborhood, right? And the white folk actually told me the story. Because this guy didn't make anybody and told me that story, right? Because not everybody wanted to hang this guy, right?
No.
And but they weren't going to rock the boat, right? They didn't want to, right? So they and then the black folk were like, "Uh-oh, this is not going to be good," because we thought we were creeping up. And anyway, so I went and did that, and one night because I'm sleeping in the jail. I go out and it's like Barney Fife, right? I go and there's the guy who they're gonna hang, and he's like in his cell, all beat up, and he's like in his underpants, and he's kind of awake. I mean, the sheriff showed me the first day, and he was gone. So I said, "Hey, how you doing?" She said, "Can I have a glass of water?" So I went down him a glass of water, got him a bottle, I gave him all the water he wanted. We talked and talked, and I took pictures of him, right? And he explained the whole story, and he said, "It's just going to be a kangaroo court. They're going to find me guilty, and I'm going to be hanged. And if I don't complain, if I don't go get an outside fancy lawyer, if I don't do any of that, they will leave my family alone." Right? So, anyway, so I did all that, took pictures of everything, and then when the day came, you know what a large format camera is? A camera you go behind the tent, goes right. And what's about it? Why they still use it? It's a negative. It's 10 inches by 10 inches, gigantic negative. It captures everything. And optically, you can stop the camera all the way down, and then have big. That's why those cameras had the big flashy, right?
Yeah.
So I did that. I had big strobes, and I had 10 pictures I could take. So as they dragged them down and across the market and up to the tree and hung them, I took 10 pictures. And then I went out with my motorcycle and took pictures of everyone. And it was like a carnival. Everyone's woo! And thank you, darling. A sour cream, salsa, and this comes with a little bowl of onions and tomatoes.
Okay.
Right? Separate from this. Separate.
Yeah. So you got all of that on film?
Yeah. So everyone starts to realize I'm not that friendly guy who took their pictures. I'm doing something different, right? I like snuck in, right? And the sheriff was a smart guy, so he said, no longer Al. He said, "What are you doing, boy?" I said, "My job." And he just kept, "What are you doing?" And I said, he turned over and said, "What the crap did this guy do to deserve this?" Right at the moment where all those like 400 people were quiet. for a second. You know? It was like, so everyone looked up at me like, okay, we're going to kill this guy. So I had already had my car packed, and I said, see you later, bye. Got in the car, drove away, right? Go down, and everybody in town is down there. So that the road is totally nobody. This black guy comes out, weighs me down, and he says, they're going to get you. And, and he got him, and he laid down in the down so no one could see him, and he navigates me like, take a left here, do it right there. And he took me all the way back to country road and put me, so I didn't go out on the county road. And I saved your life. He saved my freaking life. And so I get, halfway there, and I get into getting close to High Point, and my sheriff is waiting for me. And I thought you'd be dead. So he takes me straight to the newspaper. They develop everything. I've written things down as notes. One of the editors took my notes and wrote a story and put it out, right? And so could I have another sour cream if I could?
Yes, sir.
And so they, about after everything's done, it takes 2 hours or so. The pictures, they lay them out on the table. The owner and the mayor read the story, and they both are shaking their heads like this and go, "Yep, this is the job we thought you'd do," because they knew me. And my boss goes, "We can't print this." I said, "What?" No, sorry, can't do this. But you did a great job, and I wanted you to do it. You documented it. This will be put away in the archives. And he goes, what I'm going to do, though, I'm going to put it on the wire service. So if some other newspaper wants to pick it up, not a problem. We did. Not a single newspaper, not the New York Times, not a single one. Well, no, they represented, meaning all the liberals. You know what liberals are? People who feel guilty about being racist.
That's right.
That's what a liberal is, right?
That's right.
It's called being a hypocrite,
Right.
right? That's what a liberal is. Anyway, so the only people who printed that story, because it went around the world on the wire, like the internet, was a Swedish newspaper, a French newspaper, and the Russian newspaper.
Wow.
Those were the only three.
Wow.
And I almost got so I lost my job because of that, but I was ready to go. And at the same time, I almost got a Pulitzer. But because only three people, you had to have a larger.
Wow. That's amazing.
So I'm like your friend.
Yeah.
Your friend has done the same thing,
He has.
but over a longer period of time.
That's right.
So when you go home there, you need to, if you would, I would give you this hat to give to your friend. Would you give this hat to him, and would he wear it?
He won't wear it.
He won't wear it.
No, he wouldn't. If he would, I would take it.
Right.
But he,
I know the guy.
I've known Jack all my life.
Right.
He never put a hat on.
Right.
Never.
Well, I would give you this hat if you would wear it every time you would saw him.
He's such a great guy. I'm gonna tell him this story.
Okay.
He'll love it.
Good.
He will love it.
Good. No. Other than Jack, what other folk are your buddies down there that you grew up with?
Well, a lot of them dead now.
Well, we're getting there. I'm almost your age. I'm in my mid-70s.
I grew up and got to know him. Well, I hated him while I was in college. I hated him. Strong stuff. He was an embarrassment to me. I went to University of South, Sonoma, Tennessee, very liberal. One of my roommates went to work for Senator Trump,
Grab you some syrup.
And I got
He went to work for Santa Summer. And he said, you know, I know you hate him, but you got to get to know him.
right, exactly.
So I did. And he and I became best friends and did a lot of things together.
Yep.
I started off, I couldn't stand the man because of what I thought.
Exactly. Your
He did.
opinion. Your opinion.
Once I got to know him, and the way he conducted himself, and he was apologetic for the things that he did, but he cleaned his world up.
And you know, the thing about politics is those guys,
Get some butter, please.
it's right there in the little basket.
Oh, I see it right in front of him.
Yep,
If it had been snake, it'd eat me up.
yep.
But now he and I got to be real close and went on a lot of adventures and things together.
Well, you're a lucky man.
And then the other senator we had that was kind of famous, Fritz Hollins, he was the Democrat. I knew him well. And
Thank you, sweetie. Yep.
How is everything?
it's looking good. I hadn't
Yeah.
tasted it yet, but it sure looks good.
But you could bring us some more butter.
You got it.
He and I are both butter guys.
Everything look all right?
Yep. Everything's great. Yep.
Yeah, some butter right there. Yeah, I'm gonna get one of that.
Take a few more back.
No, I got and
So, what was the most interesting, amazing thing about Fritz and the two senators?
about Fritz. Well, both of them got things done.
Well done, what?
Both of them would get things done for the community.
Right.
The senator got elected to start with as a segregationist,
Right.
Dixiecrat, and all that stuff. But as time went on,
Can I have some of that?
yeah.
So, what's your name?
Huh?
What's your name?
Ed?
Ed, I'm Al.
Yeah. My name's Ed Burris.
Al Bob.
He, both of them great people. And,
See, what people don't understand about politics is that our country isn't a country, really. It's a corporation.
it is that.
And so all of those politicians are bought. They do not get there unless they are purchased. And that is,
South Carolina.
excuse me, since you have fruit over there, for that, can I have a little cup of fruit and a little whipped cream? And a little bit of a fruit that you have, that is,
Strawberry granola.
yeah, like a little cup, and I can put it on top of this with a little sauce.
Yes, it will be.
An extra, we know this.
Okay.
We know this.
South Carolina. As you got to,
Okay.
as you knew, was a very poor state.
But only advertisement. There was great riches in the people, and in just the diversity of the geography.
South Carolina was a very wealthy state until the Civil War. The Civil War ruined South Carolina.
And then the Dixiecrats stuck it in that poverty.
Well, South Carolina got to be a textile town, state, or
Sorry.
tobacco.
All the same bowl.
No, two little bowls.
Two bowls. So the strawberry granola and the whipped cream. Okay.
Or it was textile or tobacco.
Right.
That's all it was. And
And a little later on, wood pulp.
a little later on, wood and now where I was from, my part of the state,
I have a little bit of that. I have a little bit of both.
my part of the state, we were turpentine.
You were turkey farmers? Said turkey farmers?
Turpentine.
Oh, government, right.
That was the big industry where we were. It wasn't rice. It wasn't cotton. It was turpentine. We had a lot of pine trees.
Right.
Soil.
Just grab one of those.
Oh, I've got all I can do. Thank you. The soil was so poor, it wouldn't grow regular crop. So we had turpentine. That's the industry that was there. And so we didn't have any slaves. Slavery was down in Georgetown County, Charleston, where they grew rice or they grew cotton.
Now, how many brothers and sisters did you have?
Oh, I had two. But the interesting part about our neck of the woods, right, it was turpentine. And then when that played out, as you mentioned a while ago, pulpwood and all that started. So what? And then when the land wasn't any good for pulpwood,
Right.
I mean for turpentine,
Right.
and it wouldn't grow trees real well crop, they started selling land for people to build a house on. That's how Murder Creek started.
Yep. So, before 95, there was, what was the name of that highway?
King's Highway.
Right. So,
17.
yep, 17. And so I used to go, from New York, I would get on 81 because I hated 95. Stay away from DC and all that.
Yeah.
And I would go down to Florida.
Yeah.
And one time I got around Charlotte. I lived in Charlotte too. And Charlotte was a little town when it was really nice.
It was.
Queen City, right?
Yeah.
Baby. Didn't write it down. No, it's all right. We'll get it. Sorry.
So I got turned around and got on 17, right? I'm going down, and before I know it, I get stopped by the sheriff.
Yeah.
And we get stopped like right in town, right?
Yeah.
And everything's kind of dead, but there's still like one coffee shop, the post office, and a general store that's the coffee shop. Anyway. So, anyway, we start talking and talking and talking. Right, we're both talkers. He goes, I'm just about, I'm starving. I'm just about to go to lunch. You want lunch? I said, yeah, sure. Let's go down to lunch. So we go have lunch. We talk and talk and talk. And he goes, I'm going to get on the radio. I'm going to call up the line and talk to the other sheriffs. Leave you alone. And it's going to be about 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. When you're about to leave. So One of those chefs, they got a nice little motel. You stay there. So he was like my tour guide, you know.
Yeah.
So I went up and I spent at least a week. I mean, I just went up to where that next one was and stayed there. And then I went to the next town and hung around and talked to that chef. I went all up, took about a week taking pictures and talking to people.
Wow.
And so from that on, like 12 years after, every time I would go to Florida, we had 95, I would go down there and stay with all those folks. And it was interesting because it was like the latter 70s, early 80s. And it was interesting to watch how those little counties dealt with the change of the economy. And some did really well, you know, really realized we got to do something different. And others didn't. And the ones that didn't were the ones that were controlled by the corporate structure. The other ones, the corporate structure said, oh, they're wasting time, we're not even right. They don't have anything we want. Then I saw later on in my life, it changed my whole what I was doing. And I dealt with international affairs, worked for things like Brookings and things like that, and would look at things with people. And I realized the imperialism of large countries like England and France and the United States was exactly what happened to the South. So I kind of started to interpret worldviews by what happened there. And then I went further and realized that just didn't happen in the South, it happened everywhere. Even big cities, even New York City, even Boston, the same thing happened.
All around the country.
Yep. And that's where we are right now. And people don't, and they don't realize they're being played, totally played. And it's just. So, what did you study in college?
Well, I grew up in Conway, South Carolina,
Right.
and it was everything there was segregated. So my daddy wanted me to go to a prep school in Chattanooga
To get away from it.
that was integrated. So I went to Macaulay in Chattanooga, and then after that I went to Sewanee, University of the South, which is just 90 miles from Chattanooga.
Yep. Chattanooga's a nice town.
It is.
You know, the state that I feel most sorry for is Kentucky.
I've never been there much.
It's kind of above here. You know? It's
Oh,
just, just
I just never spend any time much there.
and it's one of this whole area, you know, where Tennessee is here, Virginia's here, West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, North Carolina. So it's a really swirly place. And it's
I never spent any time there.
well, you want to see a corporate fascist place, that's it.
Yep, I never spent any time there.
And the white people are treated as worse. And that's all through the Jim Crow South. White folk were treated just as bad. Same socioeconomic group were treated just as bad. And the only thing they got was the master saying, well, at least you're white, you're not black. It could be black, it could be worse.
Well, it's Anywhere where there's a lot of real big companies controlling things, it makes it tough.
Yeah. So what'd you study in college?
I was a history major and minored in economics. Then I went to graduate school to get a master's in business administration.
In the year that you did that, that was probably a good idea, especially the history. You gave me a few of those napkins. One more. And all these kids who are going to college, like I at Boone, I hang out in Boone.
Yeah.
And all these kids get degrees in business administration, right? Well, they're going to get out of college, I want a lot of money. And artificial intelligence will be running everything.
I was on the board of trustees at the University of South Carolina until about, I don't know, I resigned about 8 or 9 months ago. Get some younger talent on the board. They hated me, the administration did.
Why?
Because I asked questions and answers that most of the trustees didn't do. Most of the trustees, most of the trustees do what the administration says. And most of them don't know how to read a financial statement. And I asked for each college or unit, as we call it, be it engineering, music, whatever it is, to give a financial statement to the board that was meaningful. It showed how much money that unit either lost or made, so we would know where things stood. For instance, when I finally got some numbers in on things, the law school lost probably $18 million a year. Now, most of our board were lawyers.
Exactly.
So
They went along with that one.
So had they raised the tuition in the law school, then students would not be subsidizing for losing the program.
Right. But they wouldn't, they wanted that.
No. And a lot of other things floated up when I did that. And I wasn't angry at anybody. I just wanted the trustees to understand what units made money or lost money, and then they could make a decision as to what to do about it, not just the president and the professor. And
being responsible. See, nobody wants to be responsible.
so what happens in most public schools is they waste a lot of money, administration, they waste money, and so that's why tuition is high. There's two things wrong with the education system that I see. One is there ought to be a truth in education act. If you take your children in to sign up for school, they ought to show you what each degree,
Hey, man, can I have more coffee? Can I have more coffee?
each degree,
Yes, sir.
each degree,
We still working on that one too?
what each
Warm that up.
degree will get you in earning capacity. If you're going to be an engineer,
Would you like to talk some more?
a little bit, just to warm it up.
Yeah. Not a problem.
Just so you would know what you can earn. If you're going to be a history major, that's fine. But they need to tell you that you've got to get a master's or a PhD to get a job and what you're going to make.
And the other thing that needs to be, so I taught this, right? I was like a wandering scholar, right? And I would be in a university doing research in some corporation, right? So I wasn't really part of an administration. Right?
Yeah.
I was separate, right?
Yeah.
But I'd be there for a good while, however long that project would take. Sometimes they would come to me and say, "Hey, Al, can you teach such and such? Because we don't want to go through the process of getting an adjunct and got it." Yeah. But sure, $100 a class, give me an office. I put out a syllabus, and on my syllabus, I'd always say, "I guarantee you an A, just show up." Right? Then I'd have lower underneath that, no tests, no quizzes, no textbook. Then in smaller letters, if you miss 3 classes, you fail, period. Right? And then even smaller, if you ask me from the first day, is this going to be on the quiz? You fail. Right?
The sad part of it is when you get a degree, they need to tell you the day you go there, you can earn.
But the real, not only what you can earn, but what value this is. Because do you know what the largest thing of the GDP in the United States is? And what makes the most money for this country? You know what it is? Art.
Well,
You know, movies, TV, media, books, magazines, art.
no, I agree with that.
And art, so when I would teach anything, I would teach it all through the construct of art.
Yeah. But the problem is that when you're out of school, they do not tell you what you can earn. So you get loaded up with debt.
Right.
They will not let you graduate now. In 4 years, they want 5 at least to keep that tuition coming in.
Right.
And when the student gets out of school, they loaded with debt.
And all they can get is a job like a place like this. They're lucky. They're lucky.
Yeah. You can see why they didn't like me there.
Yeah.
But I stayed there 16 years. And I just wanted them to tell the truth.
Well, truth is a very, also history, since you're a history guy, the bottom rung of any commodity was the truth. Truth was never valued.
That's right.
And when people valued the truth, like Socrates, what they do, kill them. You know?
That's right.
But that's all Socrates did was tell the truth.
And that's throughout history.
Yep.
No different than what it is today.
So you know what's really interesting? We are starting to see all through the world that politicians and people that represent people, where they come from, is like the president of Ukraine. What was his job before he became president? He was a stand-up comedian.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And you look at Donald Trump. What did he do? His most successful job was being a host of a game show called The Apprentice. Right? Now, we're getting that's the ilk of the people who are representing us. Game show host and stand-up comedian.
Could I borrow a pen from you and a couple of pieces of this paper? I want to exchange information.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That's good? You want another one?
No, I split it in two. Thank you.
So write down yours, Ed. I'm pretty sure I have a card in here somewhere.
I will. Thank you.
Really? to-go plates.
Yeah. A large coffee to go and a box to put all this in. And we're doing good.
Here's that box. I'm gonna get you the coffee. Okay.
All right.
You're very welcome. Are we done with this stuff right here? Okay. But it's a big thing.
Okie doke. And here, my friend, is my card. And since you have your cell phone out, right?
We have 4 adults and 1 child.
Do you have an email?
I put it on the back.
Okay, good. Okay.
I love it. I love your car.
Yes. My business cards have been like one of my art forms.
I believe it.
Since you have this, right?
Yeah.
Go on YouTube and find Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Owl Bob.
Yeah. All right, let's see. They make you pay up front.
No, right over there.
Right there. I mean, yeah.
And
I've enjoyed this.
right.
It's been good.
But no, stay seated for a second.
Yeah.
Take your phone.
Yeah.
And go and find on YouTube.
I don't have YouTube. I don't know how to do it.
Okay, then you got my card. And if you could, I would really appreciate if you could buy me breakfast.
You got it. You got it. No, you will find. You can Google me.
Right.
I'm on there.
So I can track you down.
You can track me. I'm easy to find.
Well, I appreciate that, Ed.
You
I'm glad
have a
came
good
here.
day.
Yep. And you got my card.
I got it.
Thanks so much.
I love your car.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Anthony, you're in Tennessee. Where are you in Tennessee? Anthony, you got a misplaced all your everything. So email your. So I have your email. And how much juice we got left? 35. Oh, no. Ooh.
Is everything good, son?
Oh, yummy, yummy. Could I have a bag for this?
I'll grab it. Is that one his tip or?
Yeah, that's his tip.
Okay. Cool beans. I'll grab that back for you.
Yeah. It's a long range. Ooh. So, I don't know if you've been watching my shows for a while, but pretty much, I've done this now for 5 years. I have almost 2,000 shows, if not. And the real question is, can you get her done? And what are you going to do? Now, Ed, righteous dude, man. And make sure I got it. Yep, there it is. You've got everything. So, I've tried everything to awaken, broken project, broken projector. Why is, So, I have about 15 minutes left, on my battery. So, just want to know, what do you think of that conversation? Excuse me, miss. The way to eat here is you sit down at the table, get a cup of coffee, and talk to somebody.
Yeah, no, I'm just.
Are you in a real rush?
rush, but I went to Libby's Lodge and that took forever.
Yes, there's a culture here, and not everyone is. They're in the materialist. When you look at the world as it is projected by the commercial industrial, what I call the NICP, Neo Insane Clown Party, right? And so that's a globalistic motif where everything is dualistic, good or bad, evil, good. We hate you, we love you, right? Whereas, the great creator in every culture, I mean, I just came from the 3 churches I go and do. And this one church has the opportunity to really step up to their position in the community. And I wore this hat specifically to give to our minister. I said, you need to get this job done. It's right in I'll help you. I'll carry you over through the brambles, right? But you are the poster boy. You're the guy who wears the clean shirt. I wear the Hawaiian shirt, right? But I'm going to give you this hat, right? So you will get the job done. And they wouldn't take it. No, you wear it. I said, okay. So we were going there, and the guy who teaches the Bible class, he uses catechism, a pre-printed script, and he reads it. I can read it, but being there in fellowship, you're supposed to discuss it. So I basically was discussing it, and and so everyone loves it because now that I've been going to these 3 churches for the last year and a half, everyone loves it. And when I'm not there, they kind of, you okay? They come and see me. Are you all right? But basically I'm kind of in the mode of, if it's raining, I don't go. I mean, now everyone kind of understands. If it rains, I don't drive. Sunny day, I'll be there, right? It's a really beautiful day. I won't be there. I'll be talking to God in the woods, And you can come visit me. No one does. A few do, but I have 3 healing temples on my property. One for emotional healing, one for physical healing, and one for ickiness. Icky. He gets stuck, right? And so that's why I want to do a paranormal glamping, right? So, hey, anybody who wants to come and visit, get a hold of me at the dudewake42@gmail, dudewake42@gmail, right? And, we'll talk, give me your phone number, and we talk, and for a small fee, and it would be nice if somebody it was nice today that Ed took care of my breakfast. You're looking like you're hardly working, or working hard. That's it. I'm like you. I wear my job.
Well, this is because it's a big stain on mine.
A big stain on your soul, right? It's very Christian.
At this point, yes. I've been walking since 2018.
You know
something right now, just trying to keep track of everyone.
Stop. Just use that. But I tell you one thing. I've owned and made and created many restaurants. The most important person of the staff is the washer of dishes. You are the foundation of this institution. What?
I'm just trying to get everything done here.
See, you need this hat. This is the all-purpose hat. Everyone needs this hat. Get her done. So, if you want to put something on my PayPal, I'd really love it. Okay? I was going to wipe out whatever money I had left until the second week of the next month, right? And I can do that. Some guy said to me the other day, he goes, Al, I know you're a secret millionaire. No one lives like you do. He doesn't have a lot of money. I mean, you don't have a care in the world. I'm your doctor. I know that you're a walking dead man, and you don't care. Because I'm going home. I know this, you know. And so God has placed me back here for some unknown reason. I don't know. I'm not God, you know. All I get from God is, I love you, buddy. You are the best. I got your back. That's all I need. That kind of, you know. And Eddie buying my breakfast was like winning the lottery. But I did buy a ticket, and I would like that $1.8 billion lottery. I said, I got that. I would use that money to change the world. I would go around and give it to people. You know, like when Rockefeller, the snake god, he always had a pocket full of dimes. And so when poor people, he would just give them a dime, nice shiny silver dime. And, they should have put Rockefeller's face on that dime. So, but what do they have on it? Fascist symbols. Go look at the, like 1913 dime, 1911 dime. They have the fascist symbol. And that's because we had Moron Boy as our president, brain dead Woodrow Wilson. He was brain dead, literally brain dead for a year and a half. And his wife and Colonel Howes ran the government. Just like Ronald Reagan gets shot, he's brain dead. They put a lot of electrodes in his brain, right? And you had Ollie North running the government. Buy a car, Go look up what COG is. Go look up the National Security Act of 1947. Go watch, dark journalists,
So on Sundays we close. So every day but Saturday we close at 3 for the food staff. On Saturdays we're okay. So if you came after 3, that was probably. We were here. Yeah, we might have been real busy, but we were here.
So you're open every day?
Every day.
You don't take any day off. You do, but this place doesn't.
Exactly.
Right, because Tuesday often is the restaurant day off. Anyway, back to the show. Took about 10 minutes to keep talking to you. I'd answer any question anyone had to put to me. Hi, Al. I'm in Tennessee now. Well, good. Good for Anthony. Good, Anthony. Anthony, what are you doing, Anthony? Anthony is a chaw boy from England or Scotland or wherever he's from. And I've known a lot of chaw boys. Right? Go look up what a chaw boy is. It was 57 minutes and 57 seconds. I love it when that happens. Well, how much time we got left? Haven't hit the red zone yet. I don't like to leave my poor little laptop in red zone. So when it hits 58, I'll go. I will leave before 60. Because often one of the best things in show business is know when to step off the stage. Timing is everything. So, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil, as it was in the beginning, is now, ever shall be. World without end. Bless these gifts that you have given us, God. Thank you very much. And every day and every way, let me take the peace of the earth and make it stronger. Thank you very much. I love you. I'm here to co-create love's co-creation with you. I'm your boy. I'm your lucky bastard. I am your slave of love. I'm the slave of love, right? I'm a slave to love's co-creation, right? And I'm a servant to Jesus Christ's unconditional forgiveness, because you cannot get to heaven. And see, going to heaven ain't when you die. Going to heaven is every day and every way when you go to the door of Jesus Christ's
unconditional love. You know, the guy today's teaching the thing was all about, everybody wants to go to heaven, but not, right now, right? No, you should be able to go to heaven right now. And you don't have to die to go to heaven, right? That's just an advertising shtick of Paul, the Saul, the moron lawyer for the temple, and what's his name? John, right? Both guys came about 100, 200 years after Jesus left the building, but he didn't. He just walked up the hill. He didn't go to. He didn't go up into the soup. And no, Jesus has never left. If Jesus left, we would be toast. The only reason we're here, and the moron teachers were going on about how like the guy Gandhi were heathens, right? Just because he was Hindu, right? It was like, so I don't even go there. That was, to judge those morons. I mean, I can call them morons, but I do my best not to judge. I do my best to be a good example. I do, because when I involve myself in fellowship in those teachings, I don't try to show them up. I don't try to embarrass them. I try to enhance the teaching for everybody else, so everybody else can enjoy it. Instead of going, oh, there he goes again. Everyone thanks me for being there, which is very nice. So I'm gonna go. We're in the red line yet? Not quite, almost. So I'm gonna go now. It's good to get, look, I'm gonna get here. Yeah, right now. Okay. Love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.